too.
Right back at you.
Oh my goodness. And good to see that you're moving around way better than the last time we talked, which was in the
So much
premium
better.
smoke room.
So much better.
Oh my God. And how it feels to be back in the world of mobilization.
I feel like a person again. There was a time when I was couch ridden. I couldn't even get upstairs to sleep in my own bed. So I was laying on the couch. I couldn't even like stand long enough to shower. So I'd only do that once a week, which was awful. But I felt like garbage. I added to the pain.
So what's the first thing you did once you got back healthy? What's the first thing you did business-wise? Or you have done business-wise?
I don't want to say masturbate, but that is the only answer that came to mind.
You said you could really enjoy playing with yourself now.
I couldn't before. I was in so much pain. If I moved a certain way, I couldn't do anything.
Oh my God, that just you just hurt my heart right now. Oh my goodness. So what other than that, what's been up with you since we last talked?
Well, I've been trying to work on a lot of personal projects. Unfortunately, in addition to having the health issues, I lost my day job at the beginning of May. And it's unrelated, but since getting back on my feet and being able to actually sit up again for extended periods of time, I've been working on writing a book. I'm trying to get into voice acting. I'm doing a whole bunch of things before I actually got back into filming.
Oh, okay. So how do we go about getting into voice acting? Because that is interesting, and actually a whole, how can I put this, sex work side of that anyway.
Yeah, well, and that's just it.
The audio and voice. Go ahead.
That's just it. So there are plenty of like audio erotica apps, but there's one called Quinn that I like, that I subscribe to, and there are a bunch of others that don't require the creators on the app to actually write their own stuff. Quinn pretty much has their creators write their own stuff. So I've been working on trying to put some scripts together and getting the right microphone and learning how to edit my audio together, which luckily, since I edit my own video content, fairly easy to get to that. But what's been difficult is trying to do the sound effects that go with it, because I can't voice the erotica and make the sound effects at the same time. I have to go back in and do that later. So
yeah. It's just like with a song, like if you're a rapper, you have to do the verse, then go back and do the ad libs.
Exactly. But this, my instruments are like oatmeal and things like that.
Oh God.
It works.
Yeah. So that means you got to make the wet pussy sound and.
Yep. Yep.
God, so wet, girl.
Exactly. So I'm working on that.
So was erotica something you always wanted to do?
I don't know if I'll say I always wanted to do it, but I guess things like Quinn are fairly new, and it just sort of makes sense to add it to my list of, services, if you will. I've been writing short stories for a long time, and now I'm also adding to that a romance novel, and so I'm just trying to sort of build that brand that is Sara Sitwell.
Oh my goodness. So people, with that being said, this is about to be an interesting Smoker's Lounge. So give me 1 second. Because, I need to get my head right, because I see there's going to be one of those episodes today. Because I got this sexy lady in front of me. Yes, Lord. So, you know what it is. It's time to smoke this over. Welcome to the Smokers Lounge. You know who I am. I'm Captain Arthur Summer Champ, a.k.a. the Porn Rap Star. Find all my links with one link on mylinks.com/porn rap star. 4 sponsors. I'm going to go through them quickly. RideCitizenMagazine.com, Blushrotica.com, The Kinky Candle Company, and The Queen of Law, Mitchell Ferrara. Links in the description. You can find me in the mornings, 5 days out the week at fullswatradio.com. You can also check me out on SkyHawkAfterDarkTV.com as well as the SGPRadio.com in their app, the website in their app. Now, you seen her doing Blowing Smoke. You had the pleasure to enjoy her, even though she was not in the best of shape at the Premium Smoke Room. And don't worry, Premium Smoker, she will be back because I know y'all want to see those beautiful melons. So, but today is not the day she's gonna show them. She's gonna fuck with us with her mind and that sultry voice of hers. So I am here with the beautiful, the gorgeous, the vivacious. She is sexy, and she has an oral fixation that is quite savagely strong. And when I mean savagely, it's like her throat is your playground, and she jollies in such things. I'm talking about none other than the ladies that sits well on your face. Sara Sitwell. Say hello again
Hello.
to the smokers.
Glad to be back.
Oh, and love to have you back, and we'll bring you back as many times as you were willing to come back. And so that's interesting that you're talking about the audio side of porn, because people always talk about the content side. They always talk about the video, but they don't realize how big the audio side is, how much money can be made on the audio side, and the things that you can do with it, you know. So, because it's kind of like when you talk about the audio, even to the point where you talking about the erotic stuff, that stuff that you might could not only just put on your site, but you can actually put on Spotify or what have you, because you have people that have podcasts where they just do erotic stories, you know. Mm-hmm. So for you, when it comes to your erotic stories, tell us about
them. So I have actual short stories that I have published, using Kindle, but I plan to release those as short audiobooks as well. And on top of that, what we were talking about before is that there are apps like Quinn, like I think one's called Dipsy. I mean, there are a ton that will actually make it so that the audio you're listening to is like the creator speaking directly to you. You're the other person in that scene. It's not third person like a story would be. And those have become incredibly popular, especially over the last few years. So what I would probably cater to is other women as opposed to men. It seems like mostly women listen to those things. And I have that sort of dominant personality when I'm with women sometimes, so I can make that work for me. And the couple that I've already written that still need a little bit of work, but they're definitely spicy.
So now that's interesting. You said that on the audio side, when we of course the books, we'll get to the sex talk and all that. It's more of the women that will buy that will purchase. Men, not really. Men, we want to look at the video. You
guys are image-driven creatures.
So it's kind of like, how can I put this? Do you think that might actually draw you a women's fan base, even to the point that they might even want to look at your porn off the strength of this?
I do, yeah. Yeah, I mean, and I plan on trying to expand. Most of my porn has been hetero, so I plan on trying to expand and work with other creators, not just cis women, but trans men and women and non-binary folks, and just as many other people as I can. I'm pansexual. I have more experience with men, but I'm attracted to anybody. It doesn't matter what their gender is. So it doesn't. It feels weird because most of what my stuff has been hetero, but I do want to expand and also to bring in again that female audience and other genders as well.
Now, when it comes to expanding your palette, when it comes to talent like that, if I'm trying to think, does it even matter in this day and age with the mainstream anymore? But I know some companies, especially on the BBW side, they made, how can I put this, chagrin against it per se. So do you, when someone does that, do you think about a word that it might hurt you down the line if it comes to trying to get paid gigs or working with certain companies?
You know, honestly, if the companies don't like that, that's on them. I'm not going to sweat that. One of my other goals in the future is to have a production company, and unfortunately, I just haven't been able to get the ball rolling just with my content, so I don't feel like I'm ready to get to that point. But if any production company is like, oh, well, you know, mainstream's not going to accept that, so we don't want somebody who's worked with these types of people or whatever, fuck them.
I would think that there's would be more studios that would put that together, because let's just keep it 100. It's been an uptick, a strong uptick of transgender porn. Whether it's transgender with another transgender, whether it's transgender with a woman or transgender with a man, you know, and it's becoming popular to be watched. So, yeah, fellas, you some of y'all low key, but it's okay. Yeah. I'm guilty of watching my damn self from time to time. I'm not even gonna lie, but it's why do you think it is an uptick?
I think part of it is just the queer community and their allies being out there a little bit more. We're not hiding quite as much as we used to. And so it allows us to, I don't want to say be like out and proud, because that feels very that just feels silly, but it allows us to be that way so that we can perpetuate that it's okay kind of feeling. Like it's okay to be attracted to any gender. It's okay to be attracted to women if you're a woman. It's okay to be interested. I watch gay porn. I watch you guys. I think it's hot sometimes. Like there's nothing wrong with it.
Actually, a lot of cis women watch gay porn. Actually.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. I just enjoy it.
I think I just enjoy watching men fuck the shit out of each other. Be like, now you know how we feel, you fuckers.
Maybe that's it. Maybe that's it.
You know how we're thick in your ass. So, no, I think also too, the creation of the queer side of the LGBTQ, I think lend to the uptick also. Yeah. Because a lot of men are starting to identify as queer.
Yeah.
You know,
and a lot of the time it's sort of like, I don't know how I identify, but I know I'm not straight. And that's enough to just say, you know, I'm within that community. Queer is just kind of a blanket term for a lot of people. I use it interchangeably with pansexual.
That's why I'm like, what's the difference between the pansexual and the queer? Because it's kind of the same.
Queer is that blanket term, again, to a lot of people, but
yeah,
because you're, you know, I have types, and and I lean more towards certain types of people. So pan isn't like the most accurate it could be for me, but that's, you know, again, that's why I use queer. So I guess it just depends on who's using it to describe themselves.
Yeah, because it was funny because now I think they starting to section, like the way that they did the straight porn. Now they're starting to do that with the gay porn now.
Yeah,
because before all of it was just lumped in as gay. Just it doesn't matter with transgender, what have you, and everything. Do you think it's a good thing that now they're genrering it out?
Yes and no. If If I'm in a mood to watch gay porn, I know that I can just click that little button and that's all I'm going to see when I do a search for specific things. So it's helpful in that regard because some sites don't have a great search engine. I haven't seen any negative ramifications, but I also don't put my stuff in those categories. So I can't say as a performer how it affects somebody else.
Now, the other thing too, for the ladies that are pansexual, right? Why we don't see pansexual shit on their platform, on their site, or their platform, on their Twitter? You get what I'm saying? Because, for example, it's rare that, even though it's becoming popular, it's still rare that I run into a transgender woman with a woman scene. You know what I'm saying?
So in my defense, I live in a place where there are very few other creators, and the only two that I've connected with here were both cis men. And that's just luck of the draw. I also only recently discovered that I'm pan in the last 2 years. I worked with women, but I hadn't really sort of allowed myself to understand how I felt about it. And it wasn't, I think I was questioning, but I don't think I had put a label on it yet. So I had only worked with one woman up until July of last year. I'd been with another one outside of content, but I wasn't fully there. So most of the stuff that I have is straight simply because of that.
See, so because even to the point that that's the other part of it, finding that type of talent to even do that type of content.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Because even with me, understand, I was not going to get in front of the camera. Let me make that perfectly clear. But I was willing to film a transgender shoot. The problem is, couldn't find no one to fuck the transgender.
Yeah.
You know, yeah, I mean, they used to hit me up on a regular. Because they wanted me to fuck them, I'm like, I can't do it. I'm not into that.
And there's I mean, obviously, if that's not something that you're into, then you're not going to want to film it. I think it depends on how comfortable. I think it depends on how comfortable someone is with filming with genders that they're not attracted to. Yeah. Sorry, hold on, my cat is. But again, for me, it's just not finding a lot of people. There was one trans woman I connected with on Twitter sometime last year. But she was really young and I didn't feel comfortable. She's 19 or 20. And I don't feel comfortable with working with someone that young. I don't even feel comfortable working with someone who's 10 years younger. I'm 35. So I would prefer, I prefer to at least wait until she's 21 and just move it a little further away from that 18-year, mark. But that's been my other issue, is that the people that I connect with are either too far, they're too young, whatever the case is.
Yeah, which is interesting because like this, right? I'm gonna ask you this. Because you're 35. Of course, when it comes to paid gigs or what have you, you ain't gonna have a choice, right?
Right.
If you shot with, let's say, a 19-year-old, let's say male talent, would you be worried that you'll fuck his head up real bad?
Yes. Yes, but partly because it's me, but also, I've been hit on by men in their early 20s, specifically in the last couple of years, and I just oh, honey, you're not trained. You what I'm into would scare you. So being with you on camera, I just I can imagine that would fuck with his head.
Well, the head would probably fuck with his head because he be fucking dick.
There's that too.
No, because it's a difference. Because trust me, if it's a female that enjoys giving head, oh yeah, he'll fuck a 20-year-old head, slam up. He'll be a damn zombie out this motherfucker. It'd be funny as hell.
Yeah, he'd be falling in love like that.
So because now that's something that you definitely want to expand with, you want to expand to, and we'll get back to the audio in a second. it's like, how can I put this? Are there any conventions that you're looking to go to or events that might commend to you to find those people, to find those persons?
Well, if I hadn't lost my job and hadn't still been healing from back surgery, I would have gone to Exotica last month, just a couple weeks ago. But
Yeah.
I'm because I'm unemployed, I'm still trying to stick to a budget. But as soon as I'm able to, I'm going to start going to as many industry events as I can afford to, because I know that that's how I would, one, connect with people beforehand to just film with while I'm there, but do connect with people later on. It's hard. I find it difficult to reach out to people on Twitter's where I connect with most people. I find it difficult to reach out to other creators on Twitter, even with the following I have now, and ask them if they'll work with me, whether they're local or not, because I just feel like I'm asking for something ridiculous. I know it's not, but I feel like I'm asking for a huge favor from someone I don't know.
If you
So
don't get out and get over that imposter syndrome,
trust me, I'm aware. That's the place where I have the imposter syndrome. Is this industry? Nowhere else in my life have I ever felt like that. But I started to get over that a little bit, and I'm not traveling right now, so there's no reason for me to reach out to people, like in Vegas, and say, "Hey, you want to work together?" Because I can't get there. So when I am traveling again, I'm gonna make my best friend tell me to.
Well, see, I always tell females, no, actually, it's best if the female. To me, the female sets the tone.
Yeah.
I feel that a female should not be scared to reach out to a male talent, because
I'm less scared to reach out to male talent than I am female talent.
What's
intimidating?
You. Oh. I'm gonna shoot him. See, that what happens when your weed man butt dies you. He must be thinking, now you want to hit me up when I'm good after you had a cop from you yesterday out this motherfucker. Come on now. But back to, damn it, it made me lose my train of fucking thought. Damn it.
Well, I was saying that women are intimidating.
Yeah. No, it makes sense because you talk to another woman, talk to another woman. So y'all are on an equal setting to a certain extent.
Yeah.
But to dudes, this is why I tell females to think of it this way. It's a business.
Yes.
You're a salesman. You are the product that you're selling. So, and you need men in order to generate income. Period. I don't give a damn if it's a dildo. It's still a dick. But nonetheless, you know what I'm saying, for what you're trying to do with the content, plus you're also trying to gain a name and a reputation within the industry. Okay. Right. So it is okay to holler at dudes to shoot. I just tell females, pick the ones that fit you. Sometimes you look up and get the guy that he's want to expand his territory to BBWs, and he would promote you. That's the only thing I tell females. Just make sure the guy's going to actually tag your ass.
Yeah, and that's the other thing is trying to. I've had to put so many rules in place just for myself. When someone reaches out to me, like I ask for references, I look to their tweets and things to see if they're tagging the people that they're working with. I look at their links to see if they have more than 3 videos. I mean, it's insane the number of messages I get that are from a guy that has their OnlyFans, but they've only posted 2 photos. They might have 1 video. They have 3 tweets. Like they're not promoting themselves, or they've just started, one of the two. And they're like, "Hey, sexy, what's up? Let's collab." Nah, man, that's not it. That's not how you approach someone. That's not the vibe.
But like I said, I think what it comes down to is that, just like what you're saying, as much as it's a business, part of that business is, you got to interview employers. You know what I'm saying? When you get somebody to come fix your toilet, you're gonna ask that plumber about how much plumbing they know how to do. You get me? And so I tell any female, don't feel bad asking these dudes these questions.
Oh, I never feel bad asking them these questions.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, but not only that, it's if more girls thought that way, we wouldn't have situations like what happened with Gucci Third Leg and the female sucking on a goddamn motherfucking wounded dick.
Yeah.
Because one, if you want to make money in this business, you need to work with people that knows how to make money.
Yes.
Because it trickle down effect in this business.
Yeah.
And because it's like if you're able to link yourself to a big name, whether it's female or male, their fan base sees you with them. Guess what they're gonna do? They're gonna go check. Yeah. People don't realize motherfuckers get subscriptions to multiple sites, dog. Stop. People be thinking that you the only one that he subscribed to.
Yeah. I mean, so I know people have said, like on my loyal fans and stuff, hey, I found you because of, there's a guy I worked with in Kansas City, Vince May Video, who I worked with several times before I moved away. And a lot of people have come to my pages from his because he's still posting little clips and things talking about what we did, what we filmed. So yeah, it absolutely is that trickle down effect. And that guy's got he's got tons of fans. He's making enough money to live on with all this.
Yeah. So it's just the question you got to ask yourself: do you want to get trickled down from a pond or a fucking ocean?
Exactly. Exactly. And that's the other thing. When other creators reach out to me, dude, you got 42 followers. That's not gonna help me at all. I don't really want to risk my safety and my sanity for someone who is too new, doesn't take this seriously, whatever the case is. So yeah, I never have a problem asking my vetting questions.
I know, but see, the thing about it is, like, even with me, when I used to go at females, what have you, I ask them questions.
Yeah.
Because I tell them straight up, you better make sure you want to put your ass in front of this camera for real, because I'm not taking it down for nothing, and it's up forever.
Yeah.
And
that's why you not to film with people who don't already do this. Like they're gonna get cold feet and they're gonna message you in a few months and say, hey, I don't want that out there anymore. And you're gonna say, well, too bad.
I got to be the bad guy.
I hate to be that person. I have such a guilty conscience. I hate to be that person. But you signed the release. You said you were okay with it. You're an adult. Grow the fuck up. If this isn't what you wanted, then you shouldn't have done it.
And see, we about to keep it real 100. Made me had to pull my seat, set my seat up. This we about to discuss. There's no victims in this business. And what I mean by that is there are victims as in if sexual assault, rape, you know what I'm saying, trigger warning. Yeah. That does happen in porn.
Yeah.
For sure. Okay? But when it comes to somebody coming into this business, choosing to do this business, there's no victims. You get what I'm saying? So when females get out the business and they bitch, they moan, and they complain, I look at them as like, why are you mad you got in this business?
Like if I were to quit tomorrow and I deleted all my accounts, I'm never going to message the people I worked with asking them to take it down. Because for 5 years, I put my face out there. And I was the one who said I was okay with it. Because I know that it was my choice. I'm never going to ask somebody to take, unless it's like, for some reason painting me in a bad light somehow. Like if they fuck with the editing and it makes me look like a bitch more than I already am. You know, that's manipulating that media. But otherwise, there's no reason for me to ask.
No, because my thing about it is you have girls that sit here and they'll get their OnlyFans. And I keep saying this. The main reason why the girls go to OnlyFans is not just because it's popular. That goddamn paywall. That got to 2020. Well, when y'all see this, probably is it gonna be 2025? 25. Okay. They still think that they will not get found out because they got a paywall.
Yeah. Like, no, sweetheart, that's not how that works. People leak that stuff and they, you know, if they're living near you and they happen to sign up and they say, oh, I know that girl. I mean, yeah, there's every chance that you'll get found out.
But yet they're still going into it thinking they're not.
Yeah. I mean, how old was I? I was 29 when I started this, just shy of my 30th birthday. But I knew going in that there was a danger that someone I knew would find me. So what did I do? As soon as I created my Twitter, I blocked everybody I knew. Same on Instagram. When I created my TikTok, I did the same thing. The only people I didn't block were my sister and my brother's girlfriend because they both know.
Mm-hmm. Oh, shoot. Well, I'm retired now, so I mean, no, people already knew, so it was.
Yeah.
I was a joke at the cookout out there. I can't even go. My wife don't want me to ever go out with you, nigga. Like, what she think I'm gonna take you to a porn shoot or something? What the hell? I know what she's porn anymore.
It's a nice date.
Oh no! If I went to watch you on the porn set, I might want to taste it. I might want to taste myself. Goddamn, we had to see that in action. But yeah, anyway, this ain't a premium smoke episode. Let me stop. So, but even to when it comes to with the OnlyFans, because also this brings me, which is interesting, to a point that because they're so worried about being found out, it actually stunts their growth in the business.
Yeah.
Even they're not even willing to get accounts on other platforms.
Yeah.
So I mean,
if you want to do more, if you want to earn more, if you want to grow your following, you can't just be on one platform. I have 2 subscription pages. I use 2 clip sites, although I want clips and I'm about to take it down. But besides that, I have a few options. Plus I do like Sex Panther and a couple of other things. You can't put yourself into one tiny little lane.
So now, with that being said, she brought up Sex Panther and all that. So now, when it comes to the audio side, how do you look to expand with that? Because within that genre, it's a lot.
Oh yeah,
and opening.
Yeah,
major openings.
So again, auditioning for those audio erotica apps it's on my list. I don't feel like what I have is ready for them, so I haven't like sent stuff to them. I did try Quinn, but listening back to it, I understand why they didn't reach back out to me. It's not what I want it to be. On top of that, I am going to start offering to actually narrate audiobooks, specifically romance. I won't do my own because I don't think I have the voice for my character. But branching out across the board, I'm going to create a Patreon as well for my own personal, the scripts that I've written. And that's underway right now. So just trying to branch out.
Now, what's interesting is that something that you enjoyed doing, you found a niche within the porn world.
Mm-hmm.
And I always talk about finding ways to make money where it doesn't involve you being in front of the camera.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So how much do you look for opportunities like that?
Honestly, I am constantly trying to be creative with everything that I do. Anytime something comes across my feed, whether it's TikTok, Twitter, Instagram, whatever, that I think that I can use to, again, build this Sara Sitwell brand, I'm going to use it. I'm going to start brainstorming. And a lot of the time, my best friend helps me with it because I'm like, hey, would this be a good idea? And she's like, yes, absolutely. Do it now. She's my cheerleader. So she gets to hear all kinds of stories. And, and she gets to, I sent her a clip of one of the audios I recorded. She was like, you can't send me that. I'm bisexual. You can't send me that.
Now I'm asking
changes
you
our friendship.
When you do one of your scenes and you fucking, right?
Mm-hmm.
Do you audio voice it in your mind?
What do you mean? Do I like narrate it in my head or?
Yeah. Like Peter Griffin was doing. He was like, and Lois is giving me that terrible meatloaf. Now she's looking at me like she's upset, like she wants to punch me.
It's not quite that level. But the inner director in me is still like, hey, we got to change angles here. I mean, we got to, so there is a little bit of that. There's an element of it. Not when I'm just having sex with a partner, obviously, but yeah. When the cameras are rolling, I'm not in it. I'm thinking of the behind the scenes, like, you need to change, you need to do this. His hand is in the wrong place,
So now that you are now better, feeling better, more well, especially physically, you're about to embark on getting your content and what have you. Now, let's discuss the brand of the content side. What do you want the public, your fans, to see and come away with when they join your site, when they see your content? Who is Sara Sitwell?
Well, Sara Sitwell is going to get more into the domination, specifically back to financial domination, like I used to do. I actually am going to try to film less with cisgender men and film more with every other gender out there. So I want them to, I want people to see that there is variety and to hopefully see that I am an ambitious and creative and imaginative person. I know creative and imaginative are the same thing, but I want them to see a well-rounded person, but also to be incredibly horny.
So it seems like you kind of leaning towards the BDSM side of things, more so than just mainstream porn type, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Content.
Yeah.
Even to the story.
Yeah, that's the plan. That's the plan.
So well then shit, that means well, okay, so how can I put this? So which one's gonna be the most dominant of that content? And hear me out. Because you said that, of course, you're known for your BJ and what have you, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Would the BJ be more dominant than the straight up boy girl fuck videos when it comes to your content? We know you're gonna have the fetish, the dominatrix stuff, or that, what have you. But like I said, even with me, like on the BJ side, it's just me. I can just see, come denial,
Yeah.
You feel me? It is you know what I'm saying? It's the not jerk off, you know what I'm saying, milking or whatever, but I digress, especially with the big ass titties. But what I'm saying is because everybody got something that dominates or a thing that dominates their content and site and what they do. So that's why I was asking which one would probably be the more dominant.
So with penis owners, basically, the like ruined orgasm and the orgasm denial and things like that would be something that I would be focusing on. I think maybe some humiliation in there. But when it's solo content, it's the like one of my most popular videos. I'm sitting fully clothed in a sweatshirt with very little makeup, telling the person watching, who is supposed to be my boyfriend, "Hey, I'm so sorry. I broke our virginity pact and I fucked my best friend." So it's stuff like that as well that I want to get back into doing.
See, y'all seeing the picture, right? Y'all seeing the picture. No, okay then. Do you see yourself as, excuse my language, not the sexy pretty girl or the pinup? No, the mean dominant bitch in the room.
Going forward, I definitely feel much more like a mean dominant bitch. Certain things have happened recently that make me go, okay, now we're going with rage. So
say, I choose violence.
I woke up and I chose violence. Every goddamn day from here on out, I am choosing violence.
No, because to me, it's I think certain things that a female personality, when she do her scene, she should lean into. You know, period. Because one, it makes her stand out, and two, it kind of makes logical sense. You feel what I'm saying? And also, you are, because you're playing in the BDSM, you're also playing to even more of a niche crowd.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like, you better be authentic if you want to sell that shit. They would not buy it. They would not buy
I mean,
it.
if I'm gonna do this, I gotta like stand up and fucking do it, and I will. So that's part of it. I haven't like fully created a plan for releasing more content. I filmed for the first time last week, and I ended up with a migraine for 4 days. But on the bright side, the residual pain in my back is lessened. So I don't know, just give and take.
Was this a boy, girl, or was this a solo?
It was a boy, girl.
Damn. He prison? He functioned like he just got out of prison or something?
I mean, it was physical. It was very physical.
Apparently so. You said you
and all I've released so far is like 10 minutes of his POV. I haven't released the rest of the footage yet because I'm unfortunately waiting on him to get it to me. But just watching what I got, I can see why I had a migraine for 4 days afterward. It was a lot.
Okay, then. So, okay, how hard was he face fucking you, babe?
Not that hard, actually. We didn't. That was much less involved than it normally is.
And you got a headache from just him pounding the pussy.
Yeah.
Bro, it was that good, bro.
It was good.
Damn, it was that good.
Yeah, it was
wet
good.
too, huh? It was wet on it.
Oh my god. He kept talking. Like I hadn't had sex. That was the first time I had sex since February because of the pain in my back. I hadn't been with anybody in 8 months. So to say that I was horny, yeah, I needed it.
No, because trust and believe me, it's like if you get it, it's especially like if we shoot and I ain't had nothing in a minute. Oh yes, Lord, I'm enjoying every moment of this shit.
Yeah. And what's funny is he's the biggest I've ever been with, and this is somebody that I filmed with a couple of times earlier in the year, and earlier in the year it actually hurt because he's just so long. Not this time. This time it was great.
Yeah, because your ass ain't had done, so when he got in there, the kitty was like, yay.
He was so happy.
Oh my goodness. No, I know. I'm pretty sure the head was very intense.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. The whole thing was intense.
got me smoking a cigarette over here, people. We ain't been in the same room. That to tell you something. Mm-mm. So, oh my God. So what do you look to achieve this coming year?
So I have general content goals next year, trying to post at least twice on my subscription pages per week, trying to release one full video per week. I don't think I'm going to be able to start January 1st. I think it's going to take me a couple of weeks to have that sort of backlog of content. But on top of that, I'd like to go to at least one industry event before the 6-month mark, so before the end of June. And I was connected with a couple of smaller production companies, again, before all of this physical stuff started. So I hope to be able to reach back out to them and try to actually get something.
Oh,
something
yeah.
going.
No, wait. They're going to be like, oh, you back? Let's go.
Yeah. Hopefully that's their response. But the problem was I kept saying, like in March,
No, don't tell what's funny, though.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead. Go ahead. No, go ahead. Finish what I'm going to say.
So in March, there were actually like 3 or 4 creators that I was talking to as well. And I was like, well, maybe by June I'll be better. Well, June I was fucking couch ridden. I couldn't walk. I couldn't stand for more than about 90 seconds without trembling so bad that it was bad. But, I'm finally at a point where I can reach out to them and be like, all right, let's plan for January.
Well, I think 2025 about to be a year of Sitwell.
It better fucking be. After this year.
Oh my God. So now I'm gonna ask you this now, because see, it's interesting that you got both audio and you have video. So when you gonna give them the book / movie package?
So the book I'm dropping on December 1st. It's an idea I had for probably a year before I started writing it. And from the day I started writing it to the day I will be able to put it up for pre-order, it'll only have taken me 3 months. But it's the first in kind of an interconnected series, not full like, okay, this is book 1 and then you can read book 2, and like it's not that kind of interconnected series. Each one will cover a different either couple or polycule. And this first one is 2 men and 1 woman. It's a trope known as why choose in the romance novel kind of area. But that's coming out December 1st.
Oh my God.
And the cover art, I'm actually supposed to get the cover art tonight, and I'm so excited. She gave me kind of a preview a couple days ago, and I started crying because I was so happy.
So it's kind of like, because I mean, actually, you can actually make porn adaptations.
Yeah.
Of our stories.
Yeah. And there are like 8 spicy scenes in this book, so I got plenty to choose from.
I don't know why people ain't never thought about that, but like, why don't I offer a book and like.
But people are thinking about that. Like I've seen other people taking not the full movie, but taking those scenes from books and adapting them, for a full porn movie.
Yeah, but I'm talking about someone doing it for themselves. You get what I'm saying? Especially if they somebody that does audio books and they also do porn. Yeah, because it's kind of like, I'm sorry, there's no better scene than what the fuck you just wrote.
Yeah, exactly. I am the main character in this book doesn't look anything like me, so I can't play her. But if I had a production company, I would 100% do that. I would make it in parts, and I would actually adapt the whole thing.
So, are you looking to make a universe?
Yeah. And I'm gonna have not only is this series going to have couples that are interconnected, but there are going to be little ties to another series that I'm working on that is more like the paranormal kind of romance. They're just going to be little things that tell you that it's all happening in the same universe.
Yeah, because I remember when I was in New York, it was this lady named Deja King. She had called the Bitch Chronicles. But as I read the Bitch Chronicles, I looked her up. I saw that she had books based off of characters that was in the Bitch Chronicles.
Yeah. Yeah,
I was like,
exactly.
oh shit. You know, so yeah, it's kind of like you know something. Shit, let me find out you be an award-winning author and award-winning porn star.
I mean, that's the goal. Double whammy, double threat.
Mm. So what's up on your Patreon?
Nothing yet. But I will be. That'll just be the audio erotica that I write and record. If I don't know how some of these work. Some of the other like audio erotica apps work in terms of copyright, so I don't know if I'd be able to record for both my own Patreon and their stuff. But at the moment, hopefully starting in January, I'll be posting a couple a month that I've written.
Well, I want to say congratulations on your book coming out soon.
Thank you.
You know, and also that you're back on the horse, literally. So I can't wait to see. And yes, premium smokers, we're gonna bring them big, cute titties of hers to the premium smoke room. You know what I'm saying? Y'all can see a little how they look real nice. So you have to subscribe if you want to see it. So, and that's 5 premium podcasts for you to enjoy, plus special events only on Loyal Fans. It gets more candid, more provocative, more wilder, more off the chain. The tits come out, dildos might pop out. You don't know unless you subscribe. I got me a video store over there where you can see my work, where I give ladies the work, because the big dick grows in the sticks. That's why they call it Big Country. And for my people on Spotify, you can subscribe over there as well. Savage Smoke, where I talk to the industry's top male talents and we discuss the business from a male's perspective. Plus a whole bunch of different variety of episodes, over 400 of them for you to enjoy from the Premium Smoke Room podcast episodes, not on Loyal Fans, limited podcast series that I did in the past, and special stuff that I'll be doing for just my Spotify listeners only. So 2 ways to get special and exclusive subscription-based content from the Smokers Lounge. You can either be a premium smoker or you can get some savage smoke or get both. Either way, subscribe. So, Miss Sitwell, can you tell everybody where they can spend their money well on you?
Many vids. I want clips. Loyal Fans and Fansly are my main ones, but I also provide sexting on Sext Panther.
Yes. So, people, what did we smoke over in this episode? And what did we learn? Well, first of all, I remember I had a conversation with a lady that was working under me. And she asked, what was the key to the business? I said, content. And she's like, why you got me shooting so much? I said, because you never know what will happen. Because you never want to go away from the game and the fans know. Because once they forget about you, it's hard to remind them who you are.
Yeah.
You know, period. You want to stay in their face. But also at the same token, you must also know how to pivot when you need to. See, remember I told y'all there's more ways to make money within the porn industry than besides being in front of the camera. It is your job as a business to find which ones that you can do, you're passionate about doing, keyword, passionate about doing. See, one of my favorite YouTubers, and he's a crazy old wily guy. He talks about Anunnaki and all that. I'm talking about Bill Carson. I mentioned him because I'm not just going to say what he said without mentioning that he said it. He said, the key to becoming a billionaire, millionaire, rich, is find something that you're passionate about, find others who's passionate about that same thing, and you feed them that passion. So once again, when life give you lemons, you make lemonade. Y'all know the cliche. And that's why I mean by you must be able to, feeble enough, smart enough to pivot when you need to. You still got what you got going on, but sometimes that pivot might enable you to be able to make extra money and make a second paycheck that ain't got nothing to do with over here. And what happens if you can't do what's over there? In her situation, she couldn't film. How she was gonna make money from the porn? Unless she had so much content that she was able to drop on a regular basis. And two, if she had another way of generating income, that she really didn't have to worry about fucking moving too much. Because hell, she could talk.
I can talk. I think we've discovered that.
and that's why I tell people, yeah, you can talk your way into money if you know how to speak the language. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
So, with that being said, you know we end these things all day, every day. Life is a learning experience. What's the point of the experience if you haven't learned anything? Smoke this over. Say goodbye to him, Miss Sitwell.
Bye, everyone.